Hello, beautiful souls. The Angelic Healing Oracle cards are here, and I wanted to show you what they look like. So this is the back of the cards, and in the back of the cards, you're going to find the Seraphim angel, which I have named Seraphina. Seraphina is here to help you ground when doing your readings. If you notice, she has a very grounding presence. She is here to help you connect to your angels, to your higher self, and your divine team. It was extremely important for me to have this in the back of the cards exactly for that reason. So, and then another thing that you'll notice with my oracle cards is that it's big. Okay, it is 73 cards. This is not your typical deck of oracle cards. It had to be these 73 messages, and there was no negotiating that. Okay, so the 73 messages I channeled when I started creating this deck. Let's go over one by one what the cards look like. We have the card of abundance, answer the call, be gentle with you. One of the things that you're going to start noticing is the beauty of the artwork. One of the most important things, well, I had two very important things that I wanted to accomplish. One being that the person in representing the message needed to show emotion, needed to show a certain emotion that would inspire you to receive the message, understand the message, but also, as you can see, would reflect the emotion that needs to be released or healed or understood or received. So the emotions on the people on these cards are meant to inspire healing. Another thing that I wanted to accomplish is the messages. The messages are coming from the voice of the angels. So these are not um, prayers to the angels. They are as if you're receiving a message from the angels. For example, you are always safe, but you don't always feel it. This is coming directly from the voice of the angels. Another thing that was important for me is that the messages would inspire reflection. So, like we read just a few seconds ago, you are always safe, but you don't always feel it. You need to process that information, right? So it's meant to bring or inspire reflection. These are all loving, healing messages, or at least that is the intention of this deck of card. It's no, I don't resonate very much with fortune telling, but there's always fortune telling on receiving messages. You could always sort of get a feel or the theme of what you are getting information about. But they are meant to inspire healing. Presence is power, calm strength. These cards, I wanted them all to be or to feel safe. And they are all safe messages. And most of the cards you're going to find happiness, a smile, or just a feeling of safety or peace. Then there are some images like this one where they're showing very much a negative or a heavier emotion. For example, grief or sadness. These were done on purpose as well because it is okay to feel these lower vibrational emotions. It is okay to connect with that, especially if what we're trying to do is bring out these emotions and heal from them. So it's important to have that in certain messages, not all, but in certain messages. On most of the cards, you'll see that there is happiness, smile, and a peaceful feel to them. You're limitless, you're not alone, you are safe to live, you are safe to love. So this is my 73 card oracle deck, the Angelic Healing Oracle deck. I hope you guys love the cards. And then since we're here and since I got my guidebook, let me show this real quick as well. This is the guidebook accompanying the deck of cards. This is not your typical guidebook. As you can see, the angels had a lot of information. In fact, I channeled the cards quite fast. I think within 2 days I had the cards done and working just a few hours each day. I had all the messages figured out. Then I started doing the guidebook, and this guidebook took me on a journey. This is probably 2 3 months of work of channeling these messages, and you're going to see now why. We have the table of contents to help you find the cards real quick. You have on how to use the guidebook, but let me show you real quick what the guidebook looks like. Not your typical guidebook, like I mentioned, 7 by 10. The angels, our spirit guides, wanted me to, they had a lot to say, but they wanted me to give especially the healing lesson behind the message. So there is a message and then there is a lesson behind that message. So this is extremely important. When we're doing readings, we follow our own intuition, but this is to support that, like an added uh, a development or growth to add to these messages. So the healing lessons talks about the lesson behind the message. Then we have the when you pull this card section. This is the reason why you would be getting this card at the moment to help you decipher what would be the reason why you got this card. We also have chakra connections, so the chakras that are involved with this message, and affirmations to help you start bringing in that lesson into your day, into your present moment, and help you heal. And then there's a reflection section. And if you've ever taken one of my workshops, you know that I love these bullet points that help you reflect. These is like your homework to either journal, or if you don't have the time, to quickly think about what the lesson is and how it relates to you in your life, and just to inspire even more reflection, because you're going to be having these reflections as soon as you pull the card, and then you're reading the lesson, and then the reason why you pull this card. But just in case you need to dig in deeper, you have this reflection section. This is, like I said, all channeled, and it was extremely important that I did this guidebook. They It's offered along with the deck of cards. It's on right now in my Kickstarter. It will be for sale on my website, though through the Kickstarter you get some rewards. And I hope you guys liked the deck, the Angelic Healing Oracle Cards deck, and that if you resonate with them, you go ahead and pre-order yours.